Hey, what is up guys? This is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Justice League Herocross Minis. Now taking a look at the front, we can see that the figures are showcased in window box packagings. We can also see the Justice League emblem at the top, and the individual name emblems at the bottom. Turning the boxes around, we can see each individual figure showcased on the back side of the box. We can also see a short checklist of some of the special features, such as LED light-up eyes and die-cast metal bodies. So with the boxes out of the way, let's crack these figures open and see what we have inside. And here is the Justice League out of their boxes. And man, these guys are so awesome and very unique. And as you can see, their only accessories are their interchangeable hands. So I'm so stoked to check these out here with you guys. So with these figures finally in hand, let's take a closer look at the Justice League.
Alright guys, now let's take a look at the Justice League Herocross Minis. The one thing I'm going to say right off the bat, they're a little tricky to stand up on their own. A lot of the joints are pretty loose. I wish they were a little stiffer, honestly. But they do stand if you do work with them a bit. One thing I do like is with a lot of the figures, or all of them, they actually do have embedded magnets in the feet right there. So you can actually see, like, so if you have like a metal surface or something like that, they actually will stick, and they actually do hold very well. So I'm going to start off with the Flash here real quick. So all these figures are almost exactly identical, being that they have a die-cast body, so a torso right here, that's all die-cast metal. Then the limbs, the arms, and the legs, and the headpiece are all plastic. So they all work pretty much functionally the same way. So the Flash right here looks really good, nice and simple. I do love like this chibi style that they have going on with these figures. I think they're really cool, and you can see how small they are in my hand. I mean, they're pretty tiny, so they're really cool. I like them for what they are. There's not a whole lot of crazy detail with them. They are pretty simple, and they're really only going to be for if you're into this stylized type of thing, and you're going to want them just for that, really. You're not going to get a whole lot of, you know, big muscle structure and really in-depth paint jobs and things like that. But what they do have is actually really good. So right here, the Flash looks really nice. Really clean Flash logo on the chest right there. You know, pretty simple paint job all the way around. All red with the yellow. You know, what you would expect. One thing that all these figures do have, they have a light up eyes feature. So every one of these figures right here, all the eyes do light up. So what you would do, you actually pull the back part of the head, and they all function the same way. And you see a little thing in there. It's a little mechanism in there. There's a little switch that you click on, and then you can kind of see the eyes glowing right there. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. And just click this back on. So it can be a little tricky lining up a bit. Get that. Let me see, can I get it? There. Oh, there we go. Okay, so really cool. One thing I want to talk about real quick. We did have an issue with a couple of these figures. Now these are actually on loan from me, from a good buddy Daniel, who bothered to loan me these figures for review. And he loans me quite a bit of stuff for my reviews. So shout out to my boy right there. As you can see, I have another Flash figure and another Green Lantern figure right here. But as you can see, they are missing hands. That is because when he was switching out their interchangeable hands, the pegs broke on these two figures, which was a big shame. You know, he got these right out of the box and was just kind of fiddling with them and switching out the hands, and the pegs just snapped on both these figures. Real cool thing is, though, is that he did contact Herocross, and they replaced them immediately, which is really cool. So if you do get these, you know, just be very cautious when switching out the hands. The pegs are pretty tiny, but, you know, just be wary that this could happen to you. And if it does, feel free to contact them, and the customer service should hook you up very well. So that's just something to note. So let's take a look at Superman here. Superman looks really awesome. Love the head sculpt. We even got a curl right there. Really nice big curl. You know, your classic Superman S, you know, standard tights. I love the stylized look of these characters. I think they're really cool. He does have a fabric cape, which is really, really nice, really clean. I kind of wish they had the, the big yellow S on the back of the cape. I think that would have been really, really cool. But one thing with him that's a little different, so you kind of like curl the hairpiece up like that, and then, let's see if I can do this. It's kind of tricky, a little bit. You kind of pull the back of his hair off, and then you turn the switch on for his eyes, and then you can kind of see he actually has the red glowing eyes, for like his heat vision and whatnot. Let's see, look at that there. Yeah, that's just a really cool look. So, that's a little something unique for Superman. And then you just clip that back on. It's a little tricky to line them up here. I've noticed, just getting this, it's a little finicky. I don't know why, but it just seems to be a little finicky. There we go. And then you curl the hair back down, and just like that. So that's pretty cool. So you can stand them up in one shot. Nah, not too bad. All right, Green Lantern. This looks to be the more Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Again, real simple deco. I love the face sculpt a lot. We do get a nice metallic paint for the mask right there. That seems to be the body plate, the body piece, and the feet are slightly metallic, almost like a sparkle effect in the paint. But the mask is really truly metallic. It looks really good. Then you do get his Green Lantern ring right there. Looks really nice. Pretty simple, for the most part. And again, you get a simple paint job. One thing I will say that's weird, with his light up outfits feature, him and Wonder Woman, you pull off the hair, and then there you have a bald Hal Jordan. And they just pull the back piece off, and you turn on the switch, same thing, eyes light up. So that's a little weird, to be honest, but what are you gonna do? It's still pretty cool. I like it a lot. Let's see if I can get him to stand on one shot. There we go. And again, same thing with Wonder Woman. I'll show this real quick. You just pull the hair off like that, and now you have a bald Wonder Woman. So yeah, that's interesting. And the same thing, even though her eyes are painted, you will still see that her eyes still glow. So you turn on the switch like that, and you can see her eyes glow blue like that. So that's just a really cool look. I like that a lot. And I'm surprised they actually pulled off that effect as well as they did, because it does look really nice when it's shining. But her, in my opinion, I think she's probably the best one, in my opinion, just because she has so much going on. The other cool guys are great, and I'm going to be more biased towards Batman, obviously, but I think she's easily the most impressive. I think she has the best face sculpt out of all 5 figures. Really nice eyes looking right there, even got paint on the lips. Really nice colored tiara, that gold and metallic red. Same thing with the bodysuit. A nice metallic red right there. Really nice solid golds. The blue and the white stars came out really clean. We even get a dark metallic red for the boots. The white on the boots came out really nice. Really good, gorgeous silver gauntlets. She does have her lasso. Nice golden lasso just right there. It is non-removable. It does stay in place right there. But again, I really do think she's the best one in this set, so definitely one of the better ones. So now let's take a look at Batman here. Now Batman, obviously, I'm going to be more biased towards him, just because, hardcore Batman fan. But I just love the scowl on his mask right there, and he does look a little more serious, as you would expect. And for me, this is my personal favorite Batman suit, the traditional black and gray. I know people like the all black or the blue and gray and whatnot. I'm a big fan of the traditional black and gray, especially with this just straight black bat logo without the yellow oval. So yeah, in my opinion, this is the best version they could have done. So the bat logo came out really clean. Even the utility belt has a little bit of paint apps. The buckle itself is gold, which is different from the standard yellow that we get. And you get a matted black for the boots and the tights, and even the gauntlets. He does have his little fins right there. And he does have a soft goods cape, again, just like Superman. So that came out really cool. I like this one a lot, honestly. And I noticed the leg pops off on him. And I mean, it's just on a ball joint, but you can see like it kind of just dangles, and a lot of the joints are like that. They're not as stiff as I would hope, honestly. For him, for his eyes, you just kind of pull back on the ears. It's a little tricky. This part is always tight on all the figures, but it does work very well. And then turn your eyes on and you can see how that glows. I mean, that's a cool look. I like that a lot, honestly. So put that back on. His is a little easier to put on, and the leg fell off again. So I'm going to show the articulation now. So the heads on are all ball joints, so they roll around just like that. They also turn left and right. They look up and down, so you can do pretty much anything you want with these. Then you got balling joints at the shoulders, go all the way up and down just like that, and out. We got a rotation right there at the bicep. See, allow it to rotate left and right. Oops, and that came off. Yeah, these are all really, I'm telling you, the joints are just not as tight as I'd like. Things will pop off and whatnot when you're pulling them around. It's just going to happen. So they do have a single bend at the elbow, just like that. And again, these how you interchange the hands. They are on just tiny little ball pegs, and they will pop off eventually if you mess with them too much. So they do roll around just a little bit, rotate left and right. And then nothing at the torso or whatsoever, no waist movement, nothing like that. We got ball joints at the hips right there, so you can do the splits about that much. Kick forward about that much, back a little bit. We get a thigh cut right there, a little rotate left and right, a single bend at the knee, and then again, nothing else at the bottom, with the exception of the magnets. So they all have those same magnets. So overall, I really, really like these guys. In my opinion, they are just a very unique set to get. When you're so used to having your big muscular type of figures and whatnot, just something like this is very, very different and really cool to have on the shelves. If you're gonna get a Superman figure, chances are all your Superman figures are gonna be somewhat the same. So, getting something like this, it just really stands out in your collection. They're cute, they're badass. I think they're really, really cool, and the fact that they all have a light up ice feature, to me, it just makes them stand out so much more, especially with the die-cast bodies. And even those magnets at the bottom of the feet really, really help them stand and things like that. And they are posable. They do have their problems, but if you're a hardcore Justice League fan and love this type of design, I think you would absolutely love these figures.
So for a quick size comparison, here they are standing next to a Marvel Legends Captain America figure, as well as a DC/UC Batman figure. And just for fun, here they are standing next to little Lego Bat-Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Justice League Herocross Minis. And if you're a huge fan of the Justice League and you're looking for something very different to display on your shelves, then look no further than these figures. They are so awesome to have. From their unique design to their LED eyes to their die-cast metal bodies, I think these figures are definitely a must-get. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.